Hey y'all, I'm John from VoltageShield, marketing for electricians, and today I'm really excited about our topic. Not only do we have some great information about improving your local SEO, I also have created a download for y'all to help you get listed on sites across the internet to help your visibility, both just in your online presence and in the world of Google's SEO and their local pack and all that good stuff. So today we're going to do Electrician Local SEO Showdown. So essentially we're pitting the #1 site in a local market search against the number 20 site. And we're going to focus in on one aspect of what the #1 site gets right and what the number 20 site doesn't get right. And so what we're talking about is really local SEO. So that means that 3-pack that comes up when you do a local search, those top 3 businesses, they're not sponsored. They're typically high quality businesses that have put effort into their SEO. And because of that, Google is listing them where they're getting 126% more engagement than listings who are lower on the list. And a lot of people who go to that local pack are going to make a purchase in the next day. I've seen stats from 50 to 75% of people are going to be making a purchase or visiting a store within the next 24 hours. So the people who go to that local pack are high intent users, and as electricians and other trades, those are the people who are going to be calling you when they find your business name in that local pack. So it's a really valuable place to be. So for our showdown, I did a search in Dallas for electricians, and I found the top ranking local organic result, and I found a result that was much further down the list. So on the left, that's the local business. Right below the sponsored results, you can see ranked #1 on local search results. And then on the right, so this is roughly the 20th result. They're not getting a lot of traffic. This is kind of what you might call the second or third page of Google. Essentially, the people that are getting all the traffic are up in the local pack, the first 3 or 4 results. So I found 2 companies. I don't want to say who they are because I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I want to look at their profile from the back end, and we're going to see the differences from each, and we're going to try and guess. So it's a little bit of a game. All right, okay, so why are they ranking so differently? So obviously there's many factors to local search. There's not just a single factor that you do. There's no magic formula necessarily for ranking. There's just a lot of work across a lot of different realms. And today I want to isolate one invisible part of doing well in local search. And it's overlooked by a lot of businesses, and it shouldn't be because it's very important. Citation websites or directories. So these are sites, they're third-party sites that list local businesses. So Google is a citation website. So is Angie or Angie's List. So is Thumbtack. The list goes on. Yahoo or Apple, Nextdoor. The list just goes on and on. I'm sure there's thousands of these types of sites, but there's only about 40 or 50, maybe a little bit more, that Google really pays attention to. And that's where the power of citation sites come in, is that Google uses it as a signal for ranking businesses in their local search. All right, so remember I mentioned that we were going to do a showdown. We already looked at 2 businesses. So here are the back end of 2 separate businesses. And what we're looking at here is the number of places where these businesses are listed on citation sites. So for example, on the left, you can see that the business is listed on Google, Apple Maps, Facebook, and then it looks like there's 5 other listings that I've blurred out just because I don't want to create any information that could identify the business. Because again, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to help you understand why this is so powerful. So on the right-hand side, you can see this business is listed on Google and Bing, and at least in this list, nowhere else. So can you take a guess of which one is the higher ranking business? And if you guess the one on the left-hand side with far more listings on citation sites, you're absolutely correct. So even from the back end, you can tell whether a site is going to do well in Google or not, even without seeing the Google search results. And so for the one on the left, this is the top ranking site, and you can tell that they put some energy into getting their profile listed across various citation directories on the internet. Okay, so within this citation realm, what is it that contributes to high rankings? Because we'll see it's not just the listing. There's a couple other things. So there are a number of references, but also there's the importance of the site. Not every listing site is equal, and some like Yelp or Bing are just massive and very important to Google, and the list starts getting less and less important, but it's still worth it to be there. So importance is definitely a contributing factor. And then accuracy of the information there. So if you are listed on 40 sites, that might be great, but if you have a different business name on 10 of them and a different address or phone number, and this is not uncommon, this happens quite a bit actually, if the information is inaccurate, Google's going to ding you for that. So you're not going to get as much juice out of that squeeze. All right, so big question, where should you be listed? So there's at least 40 to 50 sites that Google and I'm sure Bing and other search engines consider important, both for visibility and just because the sites are well trafficked and well known. There are some sites that are much smaller but still have an industry specific focus. So I think for electricians and anybody in the trades, it's important to be listed on those industry or trade specific sites. And you should be listed on places that search engines consider important. All right, so I just wanted to give you an example of the top 5 citation sites for everybody. And this is not just for trades, this is it for any local business. So Google number 1, Apple number 2. This is a place where I think a lot of trades are not well represented. So if you don't have a profile on Apple, definitely go fill that out. LinkedIn number 3, just a massive site, maybe even more important to Google than Facebook. I don't know, they're both huge. So if you're not represented on either of those, definitely go sign up right now. And then 5 is Yelp. I know people are a little harder on businesses on Yelp, but it's an important place to be. All right, so I found about 42 key citation sites for electricians. And so the exciting part about this is I've compiled them in a PDF, and essentially this PDF tells you how to use the PDF. You can go in there, you can see the site directory, you can see the domain authority, the value to Google, so very high, medium, or low. And then there is a link there to get the citation. So that will take you to the place where you can sign up for a profile. So this list has 42 sites on it. A lot of them are broad sites, but some of them are more industry or trade specific to electricians. So it's cool to be able to offer this. I think it's an awesome value. It's going to let you just really quickly go down the list and just get a profile. Because this is a really valuable resource. I spent some time on it, and I'm really happy to be able to offer it. All right, and so here you can just click this button, or it should take you to the landing page to be able to download. I'm excited to connect with y'all and to get this in your hands so you can help improve your business's local SEO. I'm John with VoltageShield. We help electricians get found, get called, and get hired. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, john@voltageshield.com, or check us out on the web, www.voltageshield.com. And I will see you in a few days. Thanks, y'all.